Believe me when I say this, lads, Andre Onana is Man United's most important signing since Robin van Persie a decade ago. As much as I love David de Gea, he was no longer fit for purpose, and any positive remarks you may have heard from Ten Hag's end in pressers last season were born out of pragmatism rather than admiration for the Spaniard. While his speed and dexterity were captivating, his refusal to come off his line, inability to command the box, unwillingness to claim crosses, allergy to saving penalties, and, frankly speaking, dogshit distribution meant that no side harboring hopes of winning any of the big pots could have him between the sticks. Don't get me wrong, he'll always be a legend of the club, and that period between 2013 and 2018 was the stuff of dreams. But what's followed thereafter has been nothing short of a nightmare, as he's not only cost United games but also silverware. Not to mention his shot stopping isn't what it used to be either. Conversely, Onana is at the peak of his powers. For those of you who haven't seen much of him in action, his passing range, confidence, communication, and outstanding reflexes will help take this club to the very next level. And I wouldn't be surprised if he had the same type of impact for us that Ederson and Alisson have had on Man City and Liverpool respectively. Now, it goes without saying that Onana's standout trait is his ability in possession. He's able to control the ball and pass it between the lines in the tightest of areas while remaining calm, cool and collected no matter how high the opposition try and press him, which is something Ten Hag has been crying out for from his goalkeeper. While United supporters are likely to be shitting bricks to begin with, given how accustomed we've become to a risk-averse approach, there's a reason the man on screen has been labelled as a playmaker in goal, and any mistakes he does inevitably make will be more than made up for what he brings to the table as a whole. Look no further than what Guardiola had to say following the Champions League final when comparing the games between United and Inter. With United, it's always a long ball from the keeper, but Inter are different. You really have to think about how you should press. Onana was playing like a holding midfielder. We really struggled because of that. Now, if that isn't music to your ears as a Red, I don't know what fucking is. This need to operate as a sweeper keeper likely stems from the 5 years he spent at Barcelona's academy, which, aside from being a lesser known fact about Onana, explains his elite technical ability. Couple that with his stints at Ajax, Inter and Cameroon's national side, and you have yourself an individual who's accustomed to various different styles of football, which will put him in good stead for the rigors of the English game. A look at all his open play touches suggests that the likes of Varane and Licha could very well push 5 to 10 yards further up the pitch, and the impact this will have in the final third should, in theory, be astronomical. And having previously worked with Ten Hag, Onana will know exactly what's expected from him right from the get-go. That being said, for all the good, there are a couple of red flags worth noting. First and foremost, Onana's decision to retire from international duty at the age of 27 came only a couple of weeks after he was sent home from the World Cup in Qatar following a row with manager Rigobert Song about his tactical setup. The last thing United need is any sort of drama off the pitch, and I sincerely hope there's more to that particular story than meets the eye. Secondly, Onana being banned for 9 months from all footballing activity between 2021 and 2022 for a doping violation. Unlike Rio Ferdinand, he was found guilty of ingesting a banned substance, but claimed that he consumed it by mistake thinking it was paracetamol. Can't read too much into that, but either way, it's not a good look. Last but not least, Onana's reputation of being a bit of a nutter who makes a plethora of mistakes. As far as the former is concerned, I think it's an unfair label to throw at him. As eccentric of a character he may be, he's always the first to try and lift the spirit of teammates, especially the ones who've made a mistake, and the sort of confidence that borders on arrogance he exudes is something the Old Trafford faithful are well accustomed to. In regards to costing his team goals, that's something which comes with the territory, and Onana believes a lot of the bad press he gets is racially motivated, given how few black goalkeepers there are in the game. Whether or not you agree with that, let me know down below. Overall, I'm buzzing with this signing, and really do believe we've turned a page towards a new era now. Frankly, I don't expect us to be lifting the Prem or Champions League next season, but this is a step in the right direction nonetheless. As always, I hope you found this video useful. Look forward to hearing any thoughts you may have, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Peace.